What's going on, everyone? I'm Carter Brady. Started my own record label, Shopping Cart Records. This is where I've been making music for the majority of my life as a songwriter and everything else. Hold rehearsals here, but wanted to do a little tour of the studio today for you. As they say, welcome to my crib, MTV. Let's go. Take a look inside. So as far as studios go, it's pretty simple. I mainly just engineer stuff. I don't fully mix and master at this point in my life, but pretty simple setup. You got Apollo Twin, 2 JBL monitors, couple Focusrites I've used in the past. Definitely gonna add a monitor here at some point for like a mixer board view. Got the MPK Mini. Gonna start leaning to the keyboard stuff a bit more. You got like this Neumann TLM 102, used for a lot of acoustic, kind of get the dark sound. And then this is like, you know, as many people know, the holy grail of microphones, the Neumann TLM 103, which I now have used for all of my recordings. Shopping Cart, my album I just released, was all the TLM 103. I threw this on the back. My song Grocery Store did a video, and we all wore these 90s grocery store clerk hats. So this is a little way to kind of make it on brand Shopping Cart Records. And and then we got this whole wall. Again, it's just kind of for myself. A lot of it's just like, you know, my heroes giving me good feedback, making it onto the college radio charts for Shopping Cart, made it into some songwriting contests as a finalist, which I thought was, you know, pretty cool for me as like a milestone this past year. So very thankful to have gotten that. Some song set lists, got like Under the Radar magazine a couple times, which was cool, for some songs. This is a little high school band award. I was a guitarist in the jazz band, so that's just a little knick-knack got here. And also like to have gimmicks in the studio. We got a little basketball hoop. I'm a big basketball fan and play. So have all those little things. But what else? Moving into more like the instruments. This is the guitar that I use for pretty much all of the songs I record with. I definitely use other guitars, but I would say everyone guitarists especially who write songs and record, they kind of have that guitar that they use for most of their songs. This is a 1979 Gibson ES335 out of the Kalamazoo factory. So I bought it at 30th Street Guitars, I think like January 2016. I was auditioning for jazz guitar programs for college, and my dad and I split the cost of buying it and just wanted to have a guitar that was versatile because I am mainly a rock guy and that's the stuff I'm putting out as a solo artist. So figured cool to have something like this, and it served me very well for many years. And then this one also is a close second. Gibson Les Paul Studio, also got it at 30th Street, 1990 I believe. So this day and age, 2025, you could say it's vintage. Definitely also like that one a lot. Both kind of have similar pickups and sounds. And then this one, so I'm a huge Beatles fan, as you can see. Got a ton of memorabilia and stuff up there. This guitar was certainly inspired. Purely the reason was I just really wanted a Rickenbacker, as many would. And yeah, I saw George Harrison had this. He actually has a 360 that back in the day used to be the shape of the modern 330. And so this is a 6-string version of it. In this case, I actually have a 12-string as well. I know you're like, why do you have 2 Ricks? But I do. And so I've used this on a good bit of stuff, like songs like Grocery Store, Chasing Vampires, ton of songs. It's definitely got a bit more of a niche sound, and so that's why it serves its purpose when it does, and always excited to be able to play it. Maybe one day I'll use it in a full show, but for right now it's just serving me in the studio. Moving to some pedals over here, got a ton of stuff. Don't always use everything you see, but definitely in the recent stuff I've been working on, Big Muff is a big time pedal for sure, just like Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream sound. The Rat I used on a lot of Shopping Cart on like Fit In, Go Home. Some of these other ones, like, I'm not a huge Phase 90 guy. I'm not a huge, like, flanger guy, but I think there are some purposes for sure. Like, you think of, like, Live Lightning Crashes. That was such a, like, classic sound of the 90s. Flextortion's kind of like more like Green Day, Marshall. Fuzz Factory I used on stuff like Suppressed, and that's similar to Big Muff, but I would say the reason I don't use this on everything is because it just really screeches a lot, and so you have to really dial it in perfectly to get that, just that sweet spot sound. Blues Driver, classic. Also use this on a lot of stuff. This is a tube screamer. My drummer Sam actually pointed it out. Like, there's something messed up with like the mix, so I don't use it as much on stuff. Kind of due to get a new one, because kind of has like a muffled like mix of the clean tone that it kind of doesn't always sound perfect, but still a great pedal nonetheless. And then this Pitchfork also, have used it over the years, but these days I actually, moving into my actual live rig right here, I use the super shifter actually. So like songs like So Late that have a double, like I played both parts on the record, but for live I'll get this harmony effect, so I'll play a third. It replicates the third of that lead part, and so if that was on, it do that. And then these are a couple other distortion pedals like the Dude, recent one from this past year, OCD, also a classic. Carbon Copy used on some stuff, just like kind of more like delay sound. Reverb, a lot of my songs have that reverb sound, and so like little lead fill-in parts I'll throw in. And then had to get a tuner just because you can't really use snarks these days in like live clubs, and my band really encouraged me to get it, so ended up getting this Peterson right here. Definitely, it really does make a huge difference. And then this is actually my very first guitar ever that I got when I first started in, I want to say it was 2004, 2005. I was 6 or 7, so I think maybe like end of 6th grade. And I actually had a house fire, but this survived the fire. And so very lucky that it did. I've used it on some songs, believe it or not. It's not a very good sounding guitar, but you can see I used to like scratch at it with the pick. But you know what? It's cool. It's my first guitar. Sentimental. And then this is kind of funny for those Dave & Buster's fans out there. I actually have a Dave & Buster's guitar that my little sister, she won this for me back, I want to say like 7 or 8 years ago. And I put in Eric Johnson custom modded pickups so that it actually sounds half decent. And so I have used this in a show before. My band's back in college, Duck Pond, actually at that venue right there, the Barn, we did a show my senior year, mostly cover songs, some originals, and I whipped it out for that show, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much most of my guitars. I don't have everything out, but this is like the bass that if I play bass on songs, which I do play on a lot of them. This is my younger brother's bass he got for Christmas, probably like 10 to 15 years ago. It's nothing special. It's like a P bass made in Mexico, but you know, it serves its purpose, and it works for me. It sounds good, looks good too. So this is that bass you hear on most everything from Shopping Cart Blue Reverb if I'm playing on it. And then what else do we got? I do have, really getting technical here, I do have a mandolin, and my song Invincible, this was the mandolin that I used for it. So I kind of started taking mandolin lessons the past like year with my guitar teacher that I've still been taking with since 8th grade, on and off. And so this is that. Nothing special, but nice to have some other instruments around the studio, as we all know. And then this is also kind of just like cool to have, but I do have a signed Taylor Hawkins acoustic guitar that I got for my birthday. And you know, the late Taylor Hawkins, rest in peace. So pretty cool to have that from someone like him. Just especially given I'm a big Foo Fighters fan. And then this is my dad's, who also plays guitar. He doesn't play a lot anymore, but we got this on like Live Auctioneers maybe like 10 years ago for like $450, nothing crazy, but it's a mid 1960s. And I don't know if you know Echo, but they're an Italian maker. They're really famous for the Echo Ranger acoustic that I've used here and there on stuff and in the Invincible music video for aesthetics. But they kind of have these really cool like knobs right here that just kind of mess with the different tones and different pickup settings. So for something in the 60s to have that was pretty innovative. Just looks cool. Cool guitar. But yeah, I mean, I would say that's pretty much it. I went through a lot there, but if you're a music nerd, guitar nerd, studio nerd, like, yeah, definitely hit me up. I'm not officially taking requests for booking time here because it's where I grew up in my basement music room. But that's Shopping Cart Studios right there. Stay tuned for more content. Cart signing off.